He's finally king, but millions of Brits didn't want him to take the throne. Why? The truth about King Charles III that the royal family doesn't want you to know. He's lived a life in the spotlight, but not everyone thinks he deserves the crown. Here's why: divorces, scandals and secret letters, the untold story of King Charles III. Millions loved Diana, but Charles? Many didn't. The shocking reasons revealed the prince who waited 70 years to be king, and why some Brits still say no. Let's dive into the details. Charles Philip Arthur George, now King Charles III, was born on November 14, 1948, in Buckingham Palace. His birth came during the reign of his maternal grandfather King George VI and marks the beginning of a life destined for the British throne. As the eldest son of Princess Elizabeth and Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, Charles entered a world of privilege and responsibility. His christening took place a month later, attended by his family in Buckingham Palace's music room, setting the stage for a lifetime of royal traditions. In 1952, when his mother ascended as Queen Elizabeth II, Charles became heir apparent, a role he held longer than anyone in British history. Charles's childhood was defined by a rigorous education and the high expectations of royal life. He attended Hill House, Cheam School, and then Gordonstoun in Scotland, known for its strict and challenging environment. He later spent time at Timbertop, a remote campus in Australia, gaining a global perspective at a young age. Despite these challenges, Charles developed interests in history, architecture, and environmental conservation. His university studies at Cambridge further honed his understanding of politics and society, making him the first heir apparent to earn a university degree. During his youth, he also trained in the Royal Air Force and Royal Navy, eventually commanding a coastal mine hunter before retiring from active service in 1976. As a young adult, Charles began to establish his public identity. He founded the Prince's Trust in 1976, helping vulnerable youth across the UK. His patronage of hundreds of charities reflected a genuine commitment to service. He also became a prominent advocate for environmentalism, organic farming, and climate action long before these causes gained widespread attention. His passion for traditional architecture led to projects like Poundbury, a model town built to reflect human-scale classical designs. Charles's early adult life blended service, advocacy, and preparation for the throne, setting him apart from many previous heirs. Charles's personal life, however, often overshadowed his public work. In 1981, he married Lady Diana Spencer, a union that captivated the world. Diana's warmth and charm made her the people's princess, while Charles's reserved and sometimes aloof demeanour drew criticism. Their marriage was troubled, marred by mutual infidelities, with Charles admitting to a long-standing affair with Camilla Parker Bowles. The divorce in 1996, followed by Diana's tragic death in 1997, severely impacted public perception of Charles. Many Britons struggled to forgive him, and for decades his reputation remained under scrutiny. Despite personal controversies, Charles continued to grow his influence through charitable work and public service. He wrote or co-authored 17 books on topics ranging from architecture to environmental stewardship. He campaigned for sustainable urban development and conservation, often taking bold stances on matters like genetically modified food and alternative medicine. While some criticised his opinions as meddling, many appreciated his foresight and dedication. His letters to ministers, known as the Black Spider Memos, sparked debate but demonstrated his persistent engagement with societal issues. Public sentiment towards Charles has always been complicated. Many Britons favoured William and Kate over him, partly because Diana's memory cast a long shadow and partly due to Charles's perceived aloofness. Surveys showed that nearly half the public once wanted Charles to step aside in favour of his son. Others were sceptical of Camilla becoming queen, and Charles's political outspokenness as Prince of Wales raised questions about his suitability for a neutral role as monarch. These factors combined to create a mixed perception of the man destined to lead the monarchy. Age and timing also contributed to public scepticism. Charles ascended the throne at 73, making him the oldest monarch in British history. Many wondered if a senior figure could adapt to modern Britain and connect with younger generations. Critics feared that his advanced age and long preparation as heir could make him less dynamic than his mother Queen Elizabeth II, who reigned for 70 years and commanded broad, cross-generational admiration. Yet his experience as heir apparent also provided unmatched preparation for governance and ceremonial duties. Yet his experience as heir apparent also provided unmatched preparation for governance and ceremonial duties. As king, Charles faces the dual challenge of stability and modernisation. The UK is a country in flux, with shifting attitudes toward the monarchy, economic pressures, and political divisions. Scottish and Northern Irish nationalist sentiments, along with generational divides, present further challenges. Charles must balance respect for tradition with a vision for a monarchy relevant to today's society. His public appearances, speeches, and charitable engagement are all opportunities to demonstrate empathy, competence, and vision for the future. Charles's environmental advocacy remains central to his identity. He has championed climate awareness for over 5 decades, often suggesting radical reforms to reduce carbon footprints and promote sustainability. While some see this as visionary, others view it as overreach. Convincing a public wary of lifestyle changes and increased taxes requires tact, especially when paired with his constitutional role, which demands neutrality in politics. His ability to navigate these conflicting expectations will define his reign. Family dynamics continue to shape perceptions. Prince William and Kate enjoy broad popularity, while Prince Harry's departure from royal duties and public controversies complicate the monarchy's image. Charles must maintain unity while respecting the autonomy of family members and protecting the institution's reputation. Public fascination with royal relationships means that every private decision can become headline news, adding pressure to an already demanding role. Despite these challenges, Charles brings many strengths. He has decades of exposure to government affairs, charitable administration, and international diplomacy. He understands the nuances of constitutional monarchy and the delicate balance between influence and neutrality. His experience allows him to make informed decisions on national and international matters, giving him credibility as a seasoned statesman in addition to ceremonial leadership. The public response since his accession has shown cautious optimism. Approval ratings rose following his coronation, and many acknowledge his commitment to service and continuity. While younger generations may remain sceptical, older Britons and conservative supporters view him as a stabilising figure, bridging the nation's past and future. His ongoing charitable work, environmental projects, and careful public engagement reinforce this perception. Ultimately, Charles III's reign will be judged on his ability to adapt, unify, and inspire. He inherits the longest-standing monarchy in modern history at a time of social change, economic challenges, and political scrutiny. Success depends on balancing the lessons of the past with a vision for a relevant monarchy in the 21st century. Every decision, from public appearances to policy engagement, contributes to shaping his legacy. Charles's story is one of preparation, controversy, and resilience. From a privileged birth to decades of public service, from personal scandals to global advocacy, he has navigated a life under intense scrutiny. His reign is now a test of whether experience, dedication, and vision can overcome past criticisms and guide the monarchy into a future that resonates with all Britons. The world watches as King Charles III works to define his place in history, honouring tradition while responding to modern Britain's evolving expectations.